In the bustling city of Keren, cobblestone streets echoed with the sounds of merchants selling their goods and people chatting. Among them was a kind-hearted man named Dira, known for his generosity and willingness to help others. His reputation grew as someone everyone could rely on. Dira spent countless hours aiding the townsfolk. Whether it was fixing a merchant's cart or carrying heavy sacks of grain, his heart swelled with joy, knowing he was making a difference. Each smile he received added to his determination to help, and he never expected anything in return. Initially, the people admired Dira greatly. They praised his kindness, expressing their gratitude with cheerful words and heartfelt thanks. However, as time went on, this admiration morphed into something else, an expectation that began to weigh heavily on Dira. On a chilly morning, a merchant named Bisha called out to Dira as he struggled with barrels of guavas. Without waiting for a response, Bisha waved Dira over to help, taking his assistance for granted as he turned away without so much as a thank you. As days passed, Dira found himself inundated with requests. Tasks piled up, and he felt the pressure multiply. The cheerful voices transformed into demanding commands, draining his spirit while he continued to convince himself that helping was his responsibility. One rainy afternoon, Dira bent down to assist a woman who had dropped firewood. Just as he was about to help, a young boy dashed by, splashing muddy water all over him. The woman barely acknowledged his help, snatching the firewood and hastily thanking him before leaving. That evening, Dira sat by his flickering fire, feeling the exhaustion settle in his bones. As he looked at his worn hands, he whispered to himself, wondering why his efforts seemed invisible despite his dedication to help. The next day, Dira encountered a beggar who asked for bread. After giving him a loaf from his basket, the beggar smiled warmly and offered a piece of advice, warning Dira about the dangers of lowering himself too much and losing respect in the eyes of others. Pondering the beggar's words, Dira decided it was time for a change. He started to help others with more awareness. When Bisha demanded his help again, Dira calmly replied that he was busy, surprising the merchant into silence. The next time a woman dropped her firewood, Dira assisted her, but kindly suggested that she might want to use a stronger bundle. This prompted her to reconsider her approach, leading to a moment of reflection and embarrassment. Dira began to understand that his kindness was a gift, not an obligation. By respecting himself while helping others, he stood taller and felt a newfound sense of worth. Gradually, the townsfolk began to notice this change and started treating him with greater appreciation. Through this journey, Dira learned that helping others should not come at the cost of his own self-respect. Balance became his guiding principle, fostering both gratitude from others and self-respect within himself. In the end, Dira discovered that true kindness lies in knowing when to help and when to stand firm. By valuing himself, he created a more harmonious relationship with the people around him, earning respect and enhancing his own well-being.